Hello, everybody, friends, neighbors, Zappa fanatics. That's you. Yeah, it's Bill, and you're watching Bill's Box of Sound again. And this is going to be, this is Frank Zappa Posthumous CD Collection, Volume 7. Yes, it's 7. And this will be the last in this series because after this, we're all caught up. We'll just do reviews from here on out of new stuff that comes out. So I really do appreciate anybody who's been hanging on and listening to all of this stuff and watching all this stuff. I'm just glad to give Zappa collectors out there any information that I can, or confirm any information that Zappa fans out there might already have and just want to make sure everything's cool with them. So anyway, if you like what you see, click subscribe, like, whatever, you know, all that crap. This is the next one in this series. We're going to go with release number 115, released on December 20th, day before Frank's birthday, 2019. And this is the Behemoth 6-disc set of the Hot Rats Sessions. Now, this is a great box in almost all points that you look at it. Now, I did a review of this, and I'm going to try and put a link in the description down below. But this is a 6 CD boxed set of all of the recordings that were made for the Hot Rats album. And a lot of stuff that ended up on other albums and other stuff that just never ended up anywhere else, but is mighty wonderful. Long jams, short jams, compositional stuff. I mean, there's parts where you're a fly on the wall, hearing Frank's compositional sequence into the stuff that became the wonderful album Hot Rats. So very highly recommended if you like the album Hot Rats. Next we have number 116, released on June the 26th, 2020. And I've done a review of this as well. It's the Mother's 1970 box. This is a 4 CD set of tracks live with the very short-lived Mothers that were pretty much kind of part of the 200 Motels set. For some people essential, for some people not as essential. I enjoyed it, but not as much as some other things that I've seen. That's it. Still in print, of course. All these are still in print. Uh-oh. For this one, we have to teleport over to Prestige Media to take a look at release number 117. Once again, we are back on location at Prestige Media with John Basso, maniacal Zappa collector, just like me.
Well, I learned from the best, so.
I learned from him too. Anyway, okay. This next thing, which he has, but I don't, because I just got the download, is the Halloween 1981 box. Now, this one is release number 117. Comes with a Count Frankula mask. Let's see. Got to be careful with these things. You don't want to damage them, or else I'll get in trouble. And here is the Count Frankula mask. Thank you very much. And I'm not going to open this up because it's still sealed. Yeah. A cape. You don't tug on Count Frankula's cape. And then deeply into here is the CDs themselves. And let's put everything back together, along with Le Masque. I'll show you the other sides of the box. 1981 was the year that Frank did the live broadcast on MTV. We were just talking about the wonderful interview that was conducted by the prestigious Nina Blackwood of MTV, where she said, "Frank, please put on a good show." And he says, "This girl from a Warner Brothers owned company is asking me to put on a good show." That was great. So, all right. Once again, number 117, released in October of 2020, just last year.
COVID, yeah.
Halloween, 1981. Thank you for visiting Prestige. Please be careful of the divots in the yard, and the puddles, and the trucks, and the spirit of JJ will come and get you.
Yeah, that's right.
A quick aside here, folks, because um, what you just saw was the third of 3 segments that I shot at Prestige Media for one of the Halloween boxes that were sold by Zappa Records, and they're still available in very limited quantities, and in some cases they're out of print. And people have asked me, why don't you own these, Bill? You're a big Zappa collector, and yes, I am. And my friend John is an uber Zappa collector as well. And in some cases, he's a bit more of a completist than I am. And hey, that's cool. That's fine. If you want to have that stuff, more power to you. The way that I feel about it is that the boxed set of the Halloween stuff, in this case, Halloween 81, if you want to buy the boxed set with the CDs and the cape and the mask and everything else that goes with it, currently it costs $103.98 on Amazon. But if you want to buy the exact same album in a download form, which is a high quality MP3 or AAC, if iTunes Store still offers it, it's more like $40. Okay. And if you do the math, that's a lot less money. Now, it's all about the music for me. If they just had the CDs by themselves available, I'd go out and buy those. I don't have to have a Halloween costume to go along with my Zappa music. I also feel as though the Hot Rats boxed set, as wonderful as it is, really should not have had the board game that went with it. I thought that was very unnecessary, but it was the only way that you could get that music. So, I understand that Amit Zappa, who is in charge of these boxes, is really smart when it comes to marketing and packaging and stuff like that. But as far as Zappa fans go, we are much more interested in the music more than anything else, and in history and information, even pictures that we haven't seen before. And that's one reason why I keep on campaigning that an official Zappa calendar has to come out every year. I went and looked online, and there are different companies that make bootleg Frank Zappa calendars that really suck and do not deserve you spending your money on them. I was tempted to, but I took one look at them and read a couple of reviews, and it's like, oh no, I'm not buying that. But I would spend $15-20 on a Zappa calendar if it was put out by the Zappa Trust and had some boss pictures of Frank on it. So that's how I feel. That's why I've got all the music, and I traveled to a dear friend who is a dear collector of Zappa stuff, so I could show you everything. Now, back to your regularly scheduled posthumous CD collection of Frank Zappa. Don't you just love how I do that? Yeah, I do too. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what this shirt is, this shirt was a gift from the missus over the holidays of original Blue Note record spines. Isn't that gorgeous? You gotta love it. Okay, so where were we? Next we have number 118, the soundtrack for the movie Zappa. It's a 2 CD set, or is it? Nope, it's a 3 CD set. How quickly we forget, huh? This was also reviewed in a separate video. This has 3 CDs and a booklet, and is pretty much everything that was released on the 5 album set. Ugh. The 5 record vinyl set, the deluxe. So that is release number 118, as you can see right there. And it won't focus. It won't focus. Damn it. Anyway. Our next release, and I have reviewed this release separately as well, is number 119, Zappa 88, The Last U.S. Show. This was released in 2021. Now, it's just released back on December the 17th, the most recent Zappa release, which is a CD boxed set. Release number 120, released on December 17th, 2021, the 200 Motels 50th Anniversary Soundtrack. Oh my God, this is wonderful. But might not be wonderful to all Zappa fans. A lot of people who collect Zappa music have found the 200 Motels album to be not of their liking. Myself, I bought it back in like 75 or 76, just because I was trying to get my hands on anything that was Frank Zappa. And I was amazed at the amount of orchestral music that was on it, and how the orchestral music was so different than a lot of the classical music that I had been listening to, and also how this melded in with the rock music that was in there, and the weird stories that the 200 Motels movie told. 200 Motels is not your regular rock and roll movie. It's not even a documentary. It's a fantasy of the way that you can go crazy while touring on the road as a rock and roll musician. And this thing here, this CD, has on the first 2 CDs, the complete original soundtrack that was released on 2 vinyl records. And then it starts going off into other things. They did release a 2 CD set of this, but I bought the 6 CD set because there's the other 3 CDs. This will give you all of the music that you need. Now, I'm going to be doing a full review of the whole 200 Motels 50th anniversary release, as well as some sound samples and comparisons. So you'll get to see that. There'll be other videos, but also inside of this magnanimous boxed set is a hotel door hanger. Do not disturb. I'm stealing the room. And also, but wait, there's more. Now, how much would you pay? There is a hotel key for $50. And I know somewhere I've got a 200 Motels hotel room key from the Reiko disc release of when this was shortly available. But this is the first time that all of this music has been officially released through the Zappa Trust. And by the way, folks, all of those of you who keep on yammering on about the Zappa Family Trust, the Zappa Family Trust does not exist anymore. It's now just called the Zappa Trust. So that's, and also there is a poster, and it is the same as the original poster that came with the original album. On the front cover of the album, you don't see Ringo's face there. you see kind of like a scarecrow face. Here, I'll prove it to you. There, see? It's kind of like a scarecrow. It looks like it, doesn't it? Like a scarecrow on there. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the big unboxing, which if you're a hardcore Zappa fan and you watch YouTube videos, you've probably seen this already. Unboxed by the illustrious Calvin Wazoo, as many other people. So that brings us up to date here in December of 2021. This might likely be the last video that I do this year. I've done about 20 videos this year, and I intend to do more next year. I want to thank you for watching. I had a great time, and I hope you did too. Please come back for more music, Frank Zappa and other musical delightment, as well as other interesting things. You never know, I may sneak in some more Asian snacks. So, all right, that's enough. I've gone long enough. Bye. Bye. Happy New Year.